This is Jim Emter, Van Ahn Co, Alexander, Minnesota, with your closing grain and livestock comments for September 29th, 2020. Corn down 2, beans down 3 1/4, Chicago wheat down 3/4 cent, Minneapolis wheat down 5, Kansas City down 6 3/4. When you look to the grain markets here, in front of a quarterly stocks report, end of a quarter, end of a month, a lot coming at us tomorrow and could be a pretty wild day. The quarterly stocks report only gives us 2 numbers, one in corn of significance, that is the ending carryout. The same thing for beans, the ending carryout for last year's crop. And then we'll get a bunch of numbers in wheat that'll be more small grain oriented. So for corn, 1 number, beans, 1 number, and then a bunch of wheat numbers to impact that market. So oftentimes USDA can swing in bushels, swing them out, and that's what makes this report more dynamic. Beans, the limited amount of information we've got. When we look to right now, grain markets, beans 985, that key first support area, 955 second. For corn, that's right at 361, and we've got a couple days of bouncing off of that and then fading back down. We'll see kind of what transpires, but those are some big areas to really zone in on. If we take out the 361 in corn, the gap area around 345 becomes a target, and then we set in beans, first one 985, second 955. Feeder cattle up $2. Lives up 95 to 147.5. Hog market down 32.5 to 205. So really kind of a mixed trading range, mixed day there with the feeder cattle, live cattle higher, and hogs fading. African swine fever now focus in Japan as well, so that's starting to culminate and increase in a number of areas here again, and we'll need to keep an eye on that for grain demand. But it's got an impact on hogs, and right now, unfortunately, that's a little bit of a negative bias as we got to these second price counts and are failing here a little bit. Cattle market trying to come up against the first price counts from a while back. Second ones for December live cattle around 121. So look for some dynamic markets in the days and weeks ahead. This has been Jim Emter, Van Ahn Co, Alexander, Minnesota. Trading in futures and options involves risk of loss and is not suitable for all producers. Past performance is not indicative of future results. This is a solicitation. Have a great afternoon.